Hello, so this is the Barefoot Botanist from Breezy Hill with Otto. Actually today I just wanted to tell you a little bit of a story about ground cover and the search for a good native ground cover. I get a lot of people who either want to replace their lawn or basically whatever their ground cover is they're not happy with. So in this case, that was what was going on, and I was trying to find a good ground cover. Patrick McMillan mentioned something called frog fruits, and I was familiar with this from my thesis work because it actually grew in the sand dunes and in between sand dunes on the beaches around here. But I also remembered having some in my yard, actually growing on my driveway, and this plant was getting driven over by my vehicles coming and going. It was being mowed at the same frequency as the lawn along the driveway was being mowed and was doing just fine. And so I found some of those areas, and you can see in these pictures there were some weeds growing with it, but other than that it was a pretty thick, nice looking ground cover. So I harvested some from that and proceeded to sort of work through it and get the weeds out to where I had just pure frog fruits. The name of it is Phyla notiflora now. They've changed the name a few times, but Phyla notiflora. And anyway, common name frog fruits. And so we decided to try it out, and growing it and seeing the beautiful blooms that it gets on it that should be good for pollinators. So growing it in flats, then in 6-packs so that I could sell it to folks and people could plant it as plugs. Mrs. Clapper in the Tabby Links neighborhood was interested in it because her lawn, as you can see from some of the photographs, wasn't looking so great, let's just say, and she was ready for something else. And so with some permission from the HRB to try it out, because in this neighborhood, believe it or not, lawns are required in that particular part of those properties. We planted it, or she did, around, I guess it was early July. And here's a photograph of how it looked in early July, and you can see it's a little bit sparse, but just getting going there. And then again in, about 20-25 days later, about a month later, how full it looks, and filling in not only in the open lawn areas, but between the stepping stones and things like that. It's really taken off. And doing very well. I've discovered by planting it in a plot in my own yard that it really doesn't like the shade. It does really well in the sunnier areas, but the more shade it has, the less aggressive the growth is. But you can see it's done well, and also produces a lot of flowers, which the butterflies here have used. These photographs courtesy of Julie Clapper, thank you very much. And she has been able to watch a lot of pollinator activity on this ground cover. So frog fruits, an experiment so far, going very well. I think we can call it a success. So thanks again from the Barefoot Botanist. See you soon.